Hi guys, welcome to my session on Python. And in today's session, we are going to look at how to get user inputs, something like what we see in C language using scanf and stuff. As part of previous video, I said that I will be looking at these five features as well. So unfortunately, I was not able to do that. And in today's session, we'll be looking at it. So in last video, we saw about command line arguments. We saw how to pass parameters to command line arguments, how to fetch it inside the program, how to typecast it, what are the limitations in that, and all those things. So this time we are going to look at how to dynamically during runtime fetch the input from users. So for that we have two inbuilt functions. One is input, and the second thing is raw input. First thing what we are going to do is we are going to look at raw input. Right. So this was the code we used for command line arguments. Let me remove it. So let me get two variables, a equal to raw input of, please enter a value for a, and I can do the same thing, raw input, please enter a value for b. Fine. So I'm just printing a and b. That's it. Let me run this from command prompt. Python space demo.py. Cool. See this? It is asking or it is prompting me for input. So let me give it as 100 and it is prompting for B 200. See this? It is printing as A and B. So we are in this program, we are dynamically inputting, giving our inputs to a program and we are using it there. Whereas in our previous scenario where we use command line arguments, I passed in 100 and 200 here and I got this using sys.argv. In this case, I'm dynamically passing in the values 10, 34. See, it is passed inside. Let me do some operations now. So let me print the sum. Sum is a plus b. Let me do this. So I'm passing in 20, 40. Wow. So same issue like what we got with our command line arguments. It is passing everything as string. So that's why it is doing string concatenation instead of doing summation. Let me check the type of each and every variable. So let me print type of a comma type of b. And check the type 20, 30. Both are strings here. That's why it did a concatenation. Let me change this data type. I will convert everything to integer here itself. So that, let me check now. 40, 50. See, everything has been converted to int and the sum is perfect now. Okay, we are not done with our demo yet. So what I will do is, let me pass in some float values. 50.6. Wow. So we are unable to do that type conversion here, which is something like we did before. Even with the command line arguments, we faced the same issue where we tried to convert all the string to integer or float. So float was not working. So the same thing happened here. So just remember, raw input by default gets everything in the form of string. So you have to do type conversion like what you did in command line arguments, and something incompatible will not work here. So in case something like I need to get a text, I need to get string values, I need to get raw data like strings, so all those things you can use raw input. In case of you want to get something like integer, float or string, which means dynamically you want to find the data type, then we have to go for input. So that is our next demo where I will go for input. So in this case, I'm just changing the inbuilt function as input from raw input, and let me check what happens. I believe this will solve the purpose. Right, let me go back. Run it. 30, 40. Wow, so it is taking everything as integer. See here, I'm just taking the input and checking the type of A and B, and it is taking it as integer. What if I'm passing floats? 30.5, 20, see 50.5. It is taking the first as float, second as integer. So it is doing something really exciting. 30.5, 23.4, 46, something. Wow, it is dynamically taking integer and float. We are good with these two things. What if I'm passing some strings here? Let me pass Python programming. See, it is taking it as string. Even I don't pass anything here. I'm just passing the strings. It is dynamically taking it as string. What if I'm passing some other type which we are yet to see? I'm passing a list 100, 200, 300. It is taking that as well. It is taking it as list, and it is doing a list concatenation. What if I pass a tuple? Tuple is anything within angle brackets. Yes, it is taking tuple as well. See the type? It is taking it as tuple. What if we pass both tuple and list? It is identifying the data types perfectly, tuple and list, but the problem here is like it is unable to concatenate tuple and list. That's why it is throwing up an error. I hope you people are clear with this. So when you want to dynamically fetch the values from the user, you have to go with input, and when you are dealing with everything as strings, you can very well go with raw input. And if you want to pass the same values as a command line arguments, then you can very well pass it, but everything will be by default taken as strings. Right, so I'm just going to the slide so that I can wrap this up. Python machine learning. Right, this is our stuff. So we have already seen command line arguments and getting user from the keyboard, which is from the user. There are two functions in Python that can use to read data from the user, raw input and input. You can store the results from them into variable. Raw input reads the input from a string, input reads the input and returns the Python type like list, tuple, any of the types. So input takes everything dynamically, whereas raw input takes only the strings. So that's it for the day. So I'm just wrapping it up. So we are done with our dynamic input from the user. So we will see with the other topic in the next session. Thank you. Bye.